Are you unknowingly damaging your car's transmission? Here are the 12 things you should never do in an automatic transmission vehicle. If you've ever wondered what can go wrong with your automatic transmission, or why your car's shifting isn't as smooth as it used to be, you've come to the right place. Today we're diving into the 12 most common mistakes that can damage your automatic transmission. Whether you're a new driver or have been behind the wheel for years, these tips will help you protect one of the most expensive and essential parts of your car. So, if you want to keep your vehicle in top shape, make sure to stick around for some valuable insights that could save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in repairs. But before we jump into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our essential car maintenance tips. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below with any questions you have about automatic cars. Let's keep your ride running smoothly. Now let's get into the 12 things you should never do in an automatic car. 12. Never rest your hand on the gear stick while driving. Some drivers have the habit of resting their hands on the gear stick while driving. This may seem like a comfortable thing to do, but it can lead to early wear and tear on the transmission system. When you rest your hand on the gear stick, you're placing unnecessary pressure on the transmission shift mechanism, which can cause friction and premature damage. To avoid damaging your transmission, never rest your hand on the gear stick while driving. Only place your hand on the gear stick when you need to shift gears. Keeping your hand away from the gear stick will help reduce unnecessary wear on the transmission. 11. Never drive without warming the engine in cold weather. If you live in a cold climate, you should allow your car's engine to warm up before driving. In colder temperatures, the transmission fluid becomes thicker, making it harder for the transmission to shift smoothly. Starting the car and allowing the engine to idle for at least 30 seconds helps warm up the transmission fluid, ensuring that the transmission operates smoothly. Driving a cold engine can cause unnecessary strain on the transmission, potentially leading to damage over time. In winter, take a few extra seconds to let your car warm up, and you'll save yourself from transmission issues down the road. 10. Never listen to ridiculous claims about not needing to replace transmission fluid. It's important to replace the transmission fluid in your automatic car regularly to ensure smooth operation. Some drivers may believe that automatic transmission fluid, ATF, never needs to be changed, but this is a misconception. To keep your transmission running smoothly, it's essential to change the fluid every 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Depending on your vehicle's manufacturer's recommendations, old dirty transmission fluid can cause the transmission to overheat, leading to damage. Always follow your car's maintenance schedule and change the fluid on time to avoid costly repairs. Regular fluid changes help keep your transmission in good working condition, extending its lifespan and improving the car's overall performance. 9. Never launch your car. Car launching is a technique that some drivers use to make the car move quickly from a standstill. This involves revving the engine while the car is in neutral and then quickly shifting it into drive while releasing the brake. While this may seem like a good way to accelerate fast, it can cause serious damage to the automatic transmission. When you launch a car, you put a significant amount of stress on the internal components of the transmission. This sudden acceleration can accelerate the wear and tear on critical transmission parts, reducing their lifespan. For the sake of your transmission, avoid launching your car as it can significantly shorten its lifespan. 8. Never attempt to do burnout. Burnouts are one of the most destructive things you can do to an automatic transmission car. While burnouts may seem fun for a few seconds, they place tremendous strain on your car's transmission system. In an automatic car, attempting a burnout can cause overheating, excessive wear, and even complete transmission failure. In addition to damaging the transmission, burnouts can also wear out the tires, suspension, and other critical components of the car. For the health of your vehicle, it's best to avoid burnout entirely. They may be entertaining in the short term, but they can be disastrous for your car's long-term health. 7. Never switch from reverse to drive before the vehicle has stopped completely. When shifting from reverse to drive or vice versa, always make sure that the vehicle has come to a complete stop before making the shift. Shifting while the car is still moving, even at a slow speed, can cause major damage to the transmission. The internal components are not designed to handle the pressure of shifting gears while the vehicle is in motion. By allowing the car to stop completely before switching gears, you ensure that the transmission is in the correct state to handle the shift. Failing to do so can cause unnecessary wear on the transmission transmission and increase the likelihood of costly repairs. 6. Never drive your automatic car through deep water. Water and automatic transmissions don't mix well. Driving your car through deep water can cause irreversible damage to the transmission system, as water can easily enter the transmission and mix with the transmission fluid. This contamination can cause the transmission gears to malfunction, making it difficult or impossible for them to shift correctly. Even a small amount of water in the transmission can lead to major issues, including the need to replace the entire transmission. If you suspect that your car's transmission has been exposed to water, get it checked immediately by a professional mechanic. Avoid driving through deep water whenever possible to prevent water from entering your car's transmission. 5. Never leave the car in drive while stopped for long periods. Leaving your car in drive while stopped for an extended period can cause your automatic transmission to overheat. When the transmission is in drive, the internal components are engaged and ready to move the car forward. However, when the car is stationary, these components continue to operate without accomplishing anything, which creates unnecessary friction. This friction builds up heat, and over time, it can lead to overheating, putting excessive strain on the transmission. The transmission works hard even when you're not moving, as the internal parts are constantly prepared to shift the vehicle into motion. If you're stopped for a long period, whether at a red light in heavy traffic or while waiting for something, keeping the car in drive leads to inefficient operation. To avoid the risk of overheating and extending the life of your transmission, it's a good practice to shift the car into neutral or park when you anticipate a longer stop. By doing so, you help reduce the friction and prevent unnecessary wear and tear on the transmission. This small action can make a significant difference in preserving your car's transmission, ensuring it operates efficiently and lasts longer. 4. Never forget to apply the parking brake. This is a crucial tip that many drivers forget. Always apply the parking brake when you've come to a complete stop. While it's not always necessary to use the parking brake on flat surfaces, it's essential to use it when parking on inclines or in areas where the car may be at risk of rolling. Relying solely on the transmission to hold the car in place can put excessive pressure on the transmission components, which can lead to premature damage. If the car is parked on a hill, the parking brake is your best defense against rolling. By engaging the parking brake, you're ensuring that the vehicle stays stationary, even if the transmission fails to hold the car. For every driver, it's good practice to always apply the parking brake as soon as you stop your vehicle, even on flat ground. This simple step helps protect your transmission and prolong its lifespan. 3. Never drive an automatic car downhill while in neutral. Many drivers mistakenly think that putting their car in neutral while driving downhill can save fuel. While this may be true in some older vehicles, it's not a good idea in modern automatic transmission cars. Shifting to neutral while driving downhill reduces your ability to control the vehicle and increases the risk of accidents. When you drive in neutral, you have less control over the car's engine braking system. In an automatic transmission car, engine braking is an important feature that helps slow down the vehicle without the need to apply the brakes constantly. By putting your car in neutral, you lose this capability, making it harder to slow down and control the vehicle. To ensure safety and maintain better control of your vehicle while going downhill, always keep your car in drive. 2. Never shift to park before the vehicle has stopped completely. Another common mistake that automatic transmission drivers make is shifting the car into park before the vehicle has fully stopped. This mistake may seem minor, but it can have significant consequences for the longevity of your transmission system. When you shift into the park before the car has stopped, it can cause unnecessary wear and tear on the lock pin inside the automatic transmission that is responsible for preventing the car from moving. If the car is still rolling when you switch to park, you could damage this internal lock mechanism. Over time, this can weaken the lock pin and cause it to fail. To avoid this, always ensure that your car has come to a complete stop before shifting into park. The best practice is to use the brake to stop the car entirely, apply the parking brake, and then shift the vehicle into park. 1. Never use 2 feet. When driving an automatic transmission car, using 2 feet while driving an automatic transmission car is a common habit, especially among drivers who are transitioning from a manual transmission vehicle. However, this driving practice can seriously damage your car's transmission and brake system. In an automatic vehicle, you only need 1 foot to operate both the accelerator and brake pedals. The right foot should be used for both speeding up and slowing down. If you use 2 feet, 1 for the accelerator and 1 for the brake, you you risk pressing both pedals at the same time. This can cause significant strain on both the transmission and the brake system, leading to unnecessary wear and tear. Pressing both pedals simultaneously puts excess pressure on the torque converter and transmission fluid, which can result in premature damage to these critical components. In addition to damaging your car, this can lead to dangerous driving situations, such as a loss of control, which may ultimately cause an accident. To keep your vehicle running smoothly and safely, always remember to use only your right foot to operate the accelerator and brake. This simple change in driving behavior can help prolong the life of your car's transmission and brake systems, reduce the risk of accidents, and ensure a smoother driving experience overall. So if you're used to 2-foot driving, it's time to switch to the safer, more efficient method, using just your right foot for both pedals. So there you have it, folks. The 12 things you should never do in an automatic transmission car if you want to avoid costly repairs and keep your vehicle running smoothly for years to come. From bad habits like using 2 feet while driving, to the importance of not shifting into park before coming to a complete stop, every detail matters when it comes to maintaining your car's transmission. Remember, taking care of your vehicle doesn't just involve regular servicing, it's about adopting safe driving habits that prolong the life of its essential components. Whether you're driving downhill, parking on a slope, or simply sitting idle in traffic, being mindful of your actions can make a huge difference in how well your transmission performs. By following these simple tips, you're not just preventing damage to your car, you're also saving yourself from expensive repairs and ensuring a smoother driving experience every time you get behind the wheel. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button to show your support. We want to help you take the best care of your car, so if you have any more questions or if there's something else you'd like to learn, drop a comment below. We love hearing from you, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our helpful car tips. Drive safe, take care of your car, and we'll see you in the next video.